de tu rodilla, detrás.
Later. Awesome. So take a mindful, conscious, comfortable seat and do what you need to do. Make yourself a little bit comfortable so you can stop and breathe. So allow yourself to move a little bit, maybe side to side. Feel that you're even on both sides. You can lean against something. And whenever you feel you are ready and you're going to stay without moving and adjusting, and just close your eyes and find your seat. So I'm crossing my legs. I'm trying to find my spine, relax the shoulders, and soften the expression in the face. If you close your eyes, you're looking at nothing, looking inward. So soften that face, maybe draw a very gentle inner smile to yourself and allow yourself the moment to observe the way the breath just happens. So it's been happening since our first day here, but you're coming to yoga to observe it very much in its each um, different ways that we have. So we are breathing the same, but we all feel it different, especially when sometimes we have heaters, sometimes we have air conditioning, sometimes we're sitting, sometimes we're lying. We want to take a moment to feel how it is right here, right now. And try to not distract too much. So we put everything away, we set up in our mats to feel that we have a little bit of time to notice our bodies, our feelings, emotions, sensations, and set up this time to really connect, disconnect, like unplug yourself from the distractions and connect more into how we feel now. And that's the hard part because it's really, we are really tuned and wired to do more and more and more and more, multitasking and doing a million times things at the same time. So the mind is just so used to going everywhere. So we have to train it. We have to gently holler and stay and breathe in your bodies. Remind yourself to lengthen a little bit your spine and to ground through your sit bones. And we stay just a little bit longer than usual, just really feeling a little bit of gratitude, a little bit of equanimity, compassion, things that have been going on with our lives. Just take a moment to see is something you cannot control, but you can control a little bit how we sit here. We chose to take care of our bodies, our mind, and our breaths. And take a little bit longer, see if you can lengthen even a little bit more up and sit a little bit onto the ground. So press, almost like push the ground. And from that energy pressing, feel a little bit of elevation through the spine and get longer, almost like you're growing with each breath. Get long, elegant, proud, and tall. And take one more, breathing in and out. Take your time. And then from here, we're going to start. You can keep your eyes closed, but we're going to start reaching the arms out very gently. Inhaling here as you reach your hands all the way up. Now I'm going to interlace my fingers and I'm going to gently press up and see if we can lengthen as much. You can probably be here, you can be here, anywhere you are. See if you can lengthen more. And then with these long arms, see if you can do a little circle, but make it really tiny. So forward, side, and back. And then come to center and reverse it. It can be a little tiny circle, like you're drawing a circle with your palms. And all we're going to do here when we do to center, come to center, and you're just going to release and have a little twist, not with hands long, but with bent elbows. Just so it doesn't have to be like that, just wherever you feel. All right. And then up again, interlace again, press up, turn, and then open with the cactus. So don't try to go all the way, just go sideways. So don't twist too much. Come back to center, interlace up again, lengthen, turn, and open. And then up again, center, interlace, weave up, turn a little bit. Wherever you are, open the arms and feel that you're twisting in diagonal. So I'm not going to the side, just a little bit on the diagonal. And just gently rise, press up again. And then from here, we're going to take a twist with the hands on the knee and the hand behind. So twist here, and now your arms lower to the opposite knee and to the space behind you. And then breathe again, get tall, get long. Slowly center yourself, interlace up again, turn, and slowly lower as the arms go to the opposite knee. And maybe the fingertips behind, or maybe press the palm on a block or the blanket or fingertips. Just get long and tall and feel the breath here. Return to center. And we're just going to go to our backs, okay? So just a little bit of beginning seated to catch on the breath and lie back. You want to put something behind your head, please do that. So now we're going to take our breath and observe it lying on your back. My feet are flat, my knees are bent. And just take a moment breathing here. And I'm going to just slowly bring one knee, the other knee, all both knees welcome into the kind of like a reverse little child's pose. Go a little side to side, massage your back. And then just lift your feet so they're like in line with your knees and separate them. Just roll them. Roll the ankles. Point and flex. And then drop them, bring them in, hug them in a little closer. And you're going to keep the right leg. I'm going to keep the knee that is closer to the screen. I'm going to just lengthen the left leg long. Take your time. Breathe here. Rebend it, both knees to chest. Hug the left knee and extend the right. And you can do this with the hands, or maybe you can do it with no hands. So you can have the right knee coming to your chest, and you can have your hands on the floor. And just very gently, one knee comes in, and you can take your time to lengthen. You can slide it down, or you can try a little bit of core and flex the leg that is going to be on the floor. So you can do your hands and hold them as you extend the other and touch the floor, and then switch it. So going really slow. Again, you can do no hands or do hands, hugging in and extend the other, then going one more each side. Touch the floor, flex the foot, touching the floor, flex all the toes. Switch it, both knees come in and extend it. Now changing and adding up just a little bit. Okay, so the right leg stays in, hug it in, and the left leg is going to lengthen up and you lower. So it doesn't have to lower a lot. Maybe you do hover or just lift it up. And just 2 more times. So like that, just really lengthening the leg. Again, if you want to hover, there's more work. And if you want to keep it here at an angle, that's great. And you can vertical the leg. Okay, let's just switch it. Go very slow, very mindful, hugging one knee in the other leg gets long. Again, you can hover lower or stay here. There could be just a little bit of a movement depending on what you want to get. You could more effort here or maybe even higher. And you can keep it, really reasonable that you're moving. And let's just hug the knees again and roll, massage your low back. You just soften your face. Sometimes we get really, really tight when we start working on our core. Okay, so we're gonna hug the right knee again. Give it a hug. You can also just hug, with your own leg, with your own effort. And left leg is long. And this knee is gonna come in and you're gonna take a circle. Again, with your hand, guiding it. And then circle in and out. And it can be maybe try a little bit with the hand, maybe no hand. Opening a little bit or a lot. And we're going to come for a moment into the tree pose. Okay, so you're going to open the leg out. You're going to set the foot on the floor. You can put a block here under your knee if it doesn't feel comfortable. You can also lower the leg a little more towards the foot, towards the inner thigh, and then bring both hands overhead. So do a supine fallen tree. Reach your arms overhead, or you could just do a little cactus. You can do a little diamond shape. And bring your hands back. And then place the foot down. And then from here, you're going to go into the first twist. So the right knee comes, and you just guide the knee a little with your hand over to your left. Right arm opens. And you can gaze over to your right, or you can gaze up, or you can close your eyes. And again, it's important that you breathe in the stretching. I know you're trying to bring the leg across. I know you're trying to bring the shoulder, and I know you're twisting your neck. So try to breathe and find a balance here so you're not overexerting yourself. And then come back onto your back. Hug that knee in. Hug both knees in. Roll around. Relax your low back. And again, find a little bit of relaxation all over in your face. Hug the left knee in, and then you extend the right. So the right leg is long, and you can guide with your hand, even the leg out, circle in a little bit to the midline and out. And then see if you can want a little bit circle, that's great. You can do a big circle. You can do no hand with the circle. You can do 3 to one side, 3 to the other. See if you want to get a little bigger once it feels like lubricated. And then we're going to find our tree. So the knee opens. You set the foot on a block. You lower the leg a little towards the knee. It can be next to the knee, a little higher, lower. Just feel that this is okay. You can also put a blanket under your leg. Reach your arms, both arms overhead if you like. Cactus out. Reach overhead, elbows, anything, diamond shape. And just be in your tree. Just breathe here. Reaching over, reaching to the feet, lengthening our bodies. Excuse me. Bring your hands back, close to your body. Set your foot up again, and then guide it gently over. Now across, gently putting a block, a blanket, and just encouraging the twist in your shoulder, and your hip is making space away from the rib cage, and if you want a little bit higher, you can lift your arm towards the top of your mat. You can look away to your arm and just feel again this effort that is okay with you. So you're doing an effort, you're twisting and trying to breathe here and find the goodness, right? The stretching in your low back, maybe your hip, maybe your shoulder feels good. And make sure you're breathing here, this area that you're trying to make some spaces. And then roll back. Again, hug your knees one more time because it feels so good. And roll side to side. So now a little bit of core here, very simple push up or lift up. So you're going to just have your feet, your ankles in line with your knees if it's okay. All right. And then you're going to bring your hands behind your head, very classic, with your elbows wide. See if you can maybe exhale. So take a breath, exhale and lift, inhale and lower. So go really slow. Exhale, lift, lengthen and lower, exhale, lift, and stay here. Stay here, stay here, stay here. Take a moment here. See if you can bring your knees a little closer and send them so they're nice over your hips. Knees a little closer and back over your hips. Knees come closer. Try to maybe bring your elbows to the knees. And then just relax your shoulders, your face, your effort, and then hug them one more time. So you should feel a little bit of warmth in your lower abdomen, a little bit of core work. Awesome. So we're going to either crossing up your ankles, get a little momentum and roll onto the hands and knees, or if you want to really be careful, you go on your side and you bring your knees to the side and you use your arms to turn into hands and knees. So whatever you want to do, roll over your ankles and find the tabletop position. Careful if you have socks to maybe be with the socks that have the little traction under, because we need our feet here. Okay, so hands and knees, here we are, tucking my toes, tuck all the toes, and sit back and go a little forward. So just waking up again, the muscles behind your calves, waking up the toes, sitting back a little bit or a lot, stretching and the knees and behind the thighs. And we're going to do the same thing with one leg out. So same thing, hands and knees, but you're going to walk one leg forward and then go back and forward. Go back and forward, back and forward. All right, I'm going to add one more thing here. So you have the left knee down, the left hand down, the right leg out, and just open the arm up. So right arm up, left hand down, and then see if you can bring it under, maybe even like a little sliding under the other hand across, maybe touch your shoulder and open. And then slowly, slowly bring the hand down, and then slowly bring the foot behind. Other side. I'm just going to move the screen just a little higher. So the leg is out. And you're going to go back and forward. Instead of this is too much, you go back to the beginning with the knees closed. So this is just a little addition, a little trying different. Doesn't have to go like you have to reach back. The left leg is out. right knee down, right hand down, and then push on the right hand, lighten your left and open. You can look up at your hand and then bring it down either to the floor or even behind your right, or even across, maybe touch your shoulder, and then open up. Maybe really feel you're really opening. You're on one hand, you're on two, bottom, feet, and knee, and the arm reaching, and you can even bring it back behind and slowly bring it down. And then bring the knee in, both knees in. And we're going to take a little bit of a child's pose. So just come onto your elbows and just relax. So I don't even want you to go back. Just go on your elbows and rest your forehead, rest your head. So it's like a very spacious, big child's pose. Kind of want to be, but stay here. Then from here, we're going to walk your knees back or walk your arms forward, and you're going to make your way to Sphinx. So gently release your toes. You can also widen your legs a little wider. And you're going to have one hand forward, one arm, let's say left arm forward and right arm towards the leg. And you can bring your forehead down and your chin down. We're going to try to lift one leg and one arm. So if it's too much, just do one arm, one leg, or you can do both. Let's keep it just the same 2 more times. So one leg or both the leg and the arm, the opposite. You can keep the head down. You don't have to lift the head, just the arm and the leg. And then relax. Let's bring the arms forward. Let's take a little moment. You can stack your hands, make a little pillow, lift your feet, lift your ankles, and roll your hips side to side. And then we'll bring the left hand to the side of your leg and the right arm forward. So you have one hand forward, right arm forward, and you can have your legs a little closer here. And then lift the left leg, keep the head down, lift the right arm, lift both, do what you can, maybe both, maybe just do one good one and hold it, or maybe just try to touch and tap and lift, or just again, return to one and just one more, and then soften onto the ground, come back to resting on the crocodile, open your legs a little wider, and swing your hips a little bit. You can also lift your feet. And you're going to come to Sphinx again. So that means come onto your elbows. I'm going to try one that I haven't done, but we did many years ago. I know we did that. So it feels like I'm going to ask you to go to forearm plank, but I'm not going to do forearm plank. You're going to keep your knees down. It's a lot of control. All you're going to do is just try to round your shoulders and come onto your knees. So you lift your pelvis and then slowly controlling, you lower your hips and you look forward. Okay, so you're really pressing on the toes, pressing on the knees, lift your belly, your hips, and it can be just a little bit. And then slowly come back. And last one, lift here, up or higher. Lower down, hips down, stay in your Sphinx. And then we're going to go to child's pose in a minute. So we're going to walk your hands a little wider and do this version of cobra in the yin style. It's called the seal. So you see if you can push your hands and lengthen your arms, and you can widen your legs if you want, and you lengthen your arms, and you can go even a little wider, and you can widen your legs. You can also bring your toes together in the back. Bring your elbows down, bring your hands under, bring your feet a little closer, slowly come up. And let's do more a regular cat and cow, just a couple, rounding and arching. taking your time, lifting, rounding, breathing into the stretches, breathing into the shapes. Let your body breathe the shape. You can linger in the rounding if it feels good. You can linger in the arching and the cow, looking forward, maybe little circles. All right, I want you to rest, widen your knees as wide as the mat, maybe toes together, maybe put a little pillow for your head, a block for your third eye, and just relax onto your style of doing the child's pose. So we come to this one. This is child's pose. Try to even stay high. If you are not comfortable, you can put a blanket between the thighs and the calves and just sit back. And take a moment here. Allow yourself to take a couple of breaths and maybe kind of feel what you feel as you come humbling onto the earth, onto the mat, letting go of anything here. And we are like facing the nothingness, coming to, sometimes you close your eyes here because there's a pause that you kind of check in and see what it feels like today to do your child's pose. Okay, so we're going to take our time to find our first dog. Put the block away, put the blanket away, get your socks or no socks, find your hands and find your dog. So lift your tail. Awesome. First dog. So remember, the first dog does not have to be very much engaged. I mean, like you're really engaging because you're lifting your tail and you're just on hands and toes, but try to stray to be with bent legs. So bend legs, down dog, arms straight, tail high. Push to the perimeter of your hands. Feel the balls of your feet. Feel the pressing on your toe mounts. Feel the hands and try to be here. You can also bend one leg and the other. Try to bring one heel closer to the back and the other, taking your time. Then a walk or step or travel, light walk, light way to make your way to the front of your mat or a forward bending. So this is Uttanasana, the forward bending, something we do a lot in our yogas. And it's always a moment to feel how it feels in your legs. If you want blocks, use them. They're great. And just folding again, the legs can be generously bent. The head is super heavy. You're upside down. And let the heart rest a little bit as your heart is higher than your head in your inversion. Taking your time here, and then eventually we're going to roll up slowly. You can change the hands to the legs, keeping the knees bent and slowly unfurling, 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 and coming up to your Tadasana. Coming up, standing. And like we did at the beginning, you're going to interlace your hands, stretch, and reach up. See, I have a new thing in the back. My daughter put that little piece thing, so it's kind of like very colorful. So I'm going to be in the white part. Okay, So a little side to side. We did this in the beginning, and side to side. And then some circles. Now you're standing, so you feel everything, even from your side body. And then other side. Now from here, you're just going to turn, as if I'm going to turn and look over a little bit to my left side. You can go to your right side and then see if you can get a little bit of a back bend. So lift your arms and maybe look up. So twist and little back bend. Return to neutral, center, and then turn over, looking a little bit what's over there on my right or your left. Turn. And then from here, push your feet and get long and get a back bend here. Really working your side body and twisting. Come back to center and just release your hands out and down. And then just arms forward, all both together. Take a circle and back. And then now to the sides, out. Wherever you reach, and then lower. And then one more time. Forward, long, to the back, and back to your side body, and out to the sides like wings, maybe a little diagonal, and then lower down. Just take your shoulders up. There's a lot of resistance here. Shoulders up, bring them back and down. And one more, shoulders up, and bring them back and down. Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to come into a tree pose. First, we'll do a stork. So like a stork is just like also stork or one-legged Tadasana. Try a little bit of balance. You can hold to a wall. You can use a chair. See if you can put all the weight on one leg. Lift your knee. Maybe just a little bit, maybe higher. Open. And then either tree with the foot below the knee or the foot, some of the ball on the floor, on the side, and hands to heart. So that's, sometimes a little difficult, very classic, very much yoga beginners. And sometimes we don't have it. Like I don't have it. I'm shaking, I'm falling. Just breathe here. Try to really hug the foot into the leg, put the leg into the foot, hug them together, squeeze your midline, hands to prayer. And step the foot down. And shake it if you like it. Try the other one, hands on the waist, lift, open, find your tree anywhere with the foot on the ground, with the foot on the leg, inside, higher, hands to prayer. See if you can maintain a little drishti, a little focal point. You fall, you return, you try again. Push into the leg, foot into the leg, inner leg into the foot, against each other, hug the midline. Hands to prayer and lift, get tall. Step down, don't worry about it. It's done. We're done. We're done. So if you are not, go to the front of your mat. I have all kinds of colors here. Do a little bit of a flow. And again, be very mindful. So I'm going to start with just stepping back gently with the right leg. Hopefully you can trust yourself. So right leg, your left leg stays and right leg travels back. And then a little bit, and then you can widen the leg as you turn and use the long side of your mat. You're going to come to temple here. So my toes are out, my heels are in. Go as wide as you like it. Don't be here. A little wider than usual. And then from here, toes are out, heels are in. So you do this temple squat. So your knees are going to come down. You're going to open your legs and you're going to bring your arms up. You're going to have your hands together at the top. So be here strongly, going down if you want, or maintaining this wherever you choose to go. And then get long again, lengthen. The back foot turns in, and the left foot, you're going to prepare for triangle, right? So open. Let's bring the hand right on the leg, right on the thigh, and front hand goes to wherever. Below the knee, on the leg. You have this triangle. Don't worry about the arm. You can have the hand right here. So encourage the torso to open, hand on the knee, higher, on a block, and open. Look up to the sky. Okay, and then rebend the front leg just a little bit. And you're going to come up again, turn. I'm going to try a little bit of Skandasana. Okay, so turn the right toe, go to one side, other side. So we're staying high, just side to side and side to side. Now here, we're going to go back to the way we came, slowly turn, and you're going to try to bring the right knee down. Okay, so if you're far away from this, we did Skandasana, maybe lower, and then you're going to bring the right knee down. Okay, so we come to the low lunge from the upper, from the, the temple, and the Skandasana and the triangle. Now we go to low lunge. Okay, so we're here. Left foot forward, right knee down. If you need to double pat that right knee, my toes can be flat or tucked, both arms up. So simple. And if you want, maybe go forward just a little bit. So if it's up to you, you can also just lunge with no hands. And once you feel steady and comfortable, you can try lifting. And the last little piece, it's always a good one. This one is Ardha Hanumanasana, or the half split, or the hamstring stretch. You can use your blocks and maybe walk the back knee down, back, so you can lengthen and sit towards the front thigh. And take your time. Breathing here. My toes are flexed. All right, step forward. And from here, we're going to just walk to the top. Forward bending, just another breath. Let your head be heavy. Let's include a little bit of an Utkatasana or chair squat. So lower your tail, lower your hips a little bit. Hug your belly in, hug your core in, and do any version with your hands. You can also do a little prayer hands in your seat, in your Utkatasana. One option, two option, third option. Coming up to standing, lengthening here, staying in a breath for Urdhva Hastasana or standing Tadasana, and lower your hands to heart. Just take a breath, recover. If you like to lengthen and shake or wiggle, and go to the other side. We'll flow and do the other side. So gently step the left leg, comfortable. So stepping back, then you can open and you can make it wider, or you bend and step back and you open to the sides of your mat. Toes out, we come to temple again. So let's do more like a goddess with the cactus and go down as much as you can. Go a little left and right. Feel your legs working, feel your quads working. Again, if it's too much, just turn up, lower down if you want more, up to you. Just feel that you're not reaching forward and you're going downwards. And then inhale up, arms high. And we're going to go to the other side for the triangle. Okay, back foot turns in, front foot turns out, left hand to the leg or to the low back right next to it, lengthen, come to triangle here. So just have the legs super straight and strong, press on the big toe in the front, press the back foot super strongly. So the back foot really strong, back leg, glute, and then fall down. Just bend the front leg just a little bit, coming up, and then see if you can turn the toes out in the back. Just go to that Skandasana. Maybe go a little lower, just working on the side stretches. And you can just stay high, right? You can do less. Eventually go to the front. All right, so I switch myself, but just go to the front and find that low lunge. You can just have your blocks, the blocks on the floor, and now you have the other knee down. Hands on the leg or arms high. So this is again the low lunge. You can have no hands. You can lunge a little, sink a little forward, or you can just stay here. You don't have to do a lot. This is already a big balance here. Breathe here, or you can stay lower. You can add your arms, any position. Hands on the floor, half split or the hamstring stretch. Maybe walk the knee back, maybe walk your foot forward, fold on blocks. And fold any amount. Take your time to come out, walk forward, step on the foot, lift your back leg and fold. Okay, just folding down, letting the head super heavy. All right, we'll do one yogic squat. Again, you can two blocks here to help you. So you widen your toes as wide as the mat if you want to. Your heels are in, your toes are up. You start lowering your tail. You put yourself on three blocks, a chair, a little low stool if you want to. You can also have the arms inside the legs. Lift your heart, lift your torso, stay higher, and find your own effort. You can also have something behind the heels. The heels are lifted. You probably think this is too much. You can probably put more like the roll-up blanket into your squat. Any squat. You can have your hands inside. You can also have your hands forward. You can have your hands facing you. So a nice relaxed head and shoulders round. All right, let's slowly undo that. Feet parallel, walk back. And here we are in our dog again. So now the dog feels really good. Feel a little bit more effort here. Maybe pedal the feet, maybe try to bring the heels towards the ground. Maybe send that tail a little bit higher. Maybe hug your arms to the ears, relax your head, and find that shape on your dog. Powerful stretching shoulders, calf muscles, ankles, rib cage. Just really, really, really feel good. Let's do a plank. You can do also knees down plank or not knees down plank. Just another breath, really push it, either with your knees down or not. Back to your dog. Let's bring your knees down and we'll take a little break. So again, you can have your knees together. You can have your knees wide. Find any version on these child's pose, a little bit of a pause. You can have your hands forward. You can have your hands stacked. Rest your forehead. And you can stay in any position. You can also go on two hands and knees and do a little cat cow. But just take a moment. We always find a little place that we feel good in so we recover the breath. All right, so from that child's pose, that was a long recovery. So awesome. You're going to come up, hands and knees again. And you're going to straighten the right leg. And you're going to come to a variation of a side plank, okay? So you're going to pivot the back foot flat. So the foot is on the toes, you bring it flat. Now, you can pivot the knee that is on the floor. You can also send the foot behind for a little bit of kickstand. So you have your left hand down, your left knee down, and your right leg long, and you have this shape. And then it feels good to lift your arm. That's what you do. So I'm going to try a little bit of pushing you a little bit. Okay, so having your left hand down and your right foot in the back, push the back foot strongly, and then see if you can lift your knee a little bit off the ground. Lift the middle knee on the ground. Bring it down. Awesome. Now you have those hands, left hand, left knee, and just lift your right leg. Right arm up and over the ear. Bring your foot down, bring your hand down, come down to the mat, and we'll do the other side. Okay, so left leg is long and tuck. Pivot the back foot, so flatten it. And you're going to go on your right hand. You can also put the block under your right hand. Your right knee is in the middle, so just pivot back the foot, pivot it back to the back so you have a little bit more help. So you have the right hand, the right knee, strong leg. You can lift your right arm, left arm up. So you can really push on the right hand, push on the left leg, maybe lift your knee off the ground. So you really have to push on the hand and the foot. Bring the knee down, just try it. Even if it doesn't lift, just try to lift it. And then from here, reground the knee, the foot, the hand, and streamline the left arm over. Lift your left leg if you want to. Lower the arm, lower the foot. And let's do cat cows again. Just do a little unfold the spine, recover the spine. You can maybe loosen up a little bit more. You can make a little more space here and make some bigger circles. So I'm not having a quiet tabletop, more like a more spacious, big tabletop. All right, so I'm going to bring my knees together, closer, and I'm going to kind of sit again now. And I'm going to do a twist here, Marichiyasana, Ardha Matsyendrasana. Just going to come closer and lower here. Sorry about my hand here. Here we go. Okay. And you can prop yourself again on one of those blankets, both legs long, and just shake them out a little bit. So there's two options. Of course, there's always options to go deeper. You can just bend one leg and you can do the twist here, or your foot goes outside, okay? You step on the outside of the leg and you lift, okay? And then you turn. So you hug the knee and use the hand behind. Now, before you twist it like that, see if you can lengthen, hold the knee and lengthen, get tall, and then find your twist here. Twist, twist here, and breathe here, and lengthen your spine, and squeeze your belly, hug the knee in, and get long in your spine and twist, and maybe look to the back behind you. All right, return to center. All right, just stay here. And then see if you can lift your leg, flex the foot. Done this before. Make a little basket and lengthen. Okay, so see if you can really lean back. Maybe the leg stays straight. Maybe you hold the leg here closer. Maybe you keep it here. Maybe you use a strap. It's okay. Bring it in and send it out. Shake the legs. Shake them out. Left leg comes in. Again, you can do your twist here or step it outside. Before you twist, lengthen. Between your twist, hug. Feel your sit bones. See if you can maybe even move a little bit of the tushy out and then hug and twist. So breathe here. Shoulder open. Use your hand, fingertip to twist. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And it feels like you're right. You're crossing at the midline, you're squeezing your belly, you're twisting your shoulder. It's like you're really detoxifying yourself. So think of this as opposed to clean your belly and your intestines and your gut. Okay, so return to center. Foot comes back in its place in the same line. Lift your toes. Either hug the leg and lift it, either keep it behind, lengthen, maybe bend. See if you can lean, reach back, breathe here. Bend the leg, both legs forward. Separate them a little bit, shake them a little bit. And then from here, don't even lift your hands, don't lift your arms. Just from here, forward bend, forward bend. Take your time. Okay, stretch, strap, forward fold. Taking a little bit longer here to not try to bring your nose to your knees, but just to try to soften your thoughts, not being in a goal to have no space between the chest and the knees. It's not that. It's about allowing yourself to melt down, to let the body lengthen and stretch and open on its own. And you might not even feel anything. You might just stay here. So it's like a child's pose. Of course, it's not so comfortable, but you can widen your legs if you want to. And you just let yourself allow to relax your face and your throat and your teeth and your tongue. So consciously start relaxing your face and features in your face, like the skin, the place where the air comes in, the nostrils relax, and you feel that you're relaxing and you're finally getting a little more space, more freedom in maybe your low back or behind the legs. Take your time to come up. And we're going to do a little bit of Baddha Konasana, so feet together. Hold the legs, the ankles, the toes, wherever you reach, and take some circles. Side to side. So to the back, to the left, to the front. Remember breathing here, okay, and then reverse it. Other side, rounding, a little cat-cow sensation going on the directions of your spine. And then see if you can, almost see if you can physically take your toes, and then see if with your hands just kind of open the feet so you can see the bottom of your feet like a book. You can open them like a book, almost like making the toes together and opening the feet so they're kind of parallel to the ground. You physically open the feet and it looks like an open book, and then relax the feet and the heels together. Awesome. Bring the hands around your knees, bring your feet together, and start lowering down. So what I'm going to do here is a little bit of extra time in the version of shoulder stand. Now, I will also try to do shoulder stand, but you don't have to. Mine is going to stay on a blanket, nice flat blanket. And you can maybe roll the blanket even if you want 2 times, and then just lift your legs. And you're going to have your hands either out or on the belly or overhead or wherever you like, even on the legs. And this is called legs up the wall. Now, if you have a wall, of course, you put the legs up the wall. And we stay here, allowing the legs to be up and your hips and your sacrum and your chest to just rest on the ground. So this is like a completely opposite of what we do all day, which is the legs holding you all day. So now your upper torso, your trunk is resting, your tail is resting. Allow your face to be relaxed and have your legs up. So my legs are not straight and they can be bent, they can be here, just as what you think is vertical. Now, if you want to go more, of course, you can, bring your hands closer, use them as little leverage and maybe lift and maybe bring your toes behind your head. You are welcome to try anything. You can also come to shoulder stand. You can also bring your toes behind you, but I'm going to just stay in this. Just carefully find any addition to the practice. This is very valuable. This is one of those meditative, restorative poses to stay a little bit longer than usual. And one breath in, one breath out. Really take the breath in and lengthen, and allow the breath out to get longer. And squeeze all the breath out of the belly. Let's do 2 more. Inhaling, exhaling. And you can feel, if you have your hands on your belly, you can feel, right, the belly really dropping into the back. All right, let's very gently start bending the legs. You can keep the blanket if you want to. You're going to bring your hands overhead, behind you, and say you can lift your hips up for bridge. And lower. Do that 2 more times. Lift your hips, lengthen your knees and your tailbone tucks under, and then slowly tap down and slower. And last one, bridge. Now, if you want, stay up, stay up, stay up. And then slowly, maybe your hands press on the blanket, press your elbows on the blanket, get a little bit more leverage to get a little higher, to press under your legs, and then push on the feet, chest to the chin, chin to the chest, get a little more if you want to. Use the blanket and slowly unwind and slowly melt your hips down here. And then we're gonna go to a happy baby from here. You can keep the the blanket, and open the feet wide, flex your feet, bring your knees to the floor, heels above your shoulders, hands to the toes, to the pinkies, to the heels. You can also just kind of be in like a very loosey, lazy, happy baby. You can just feel your feet heavy. You can just be here. So feel that you can relax in any shape, engaging in happy baby, and try to relax, or just a lazy way to have a little bit of a wider inner thighs opening without just forcing anything, just letting the time and the patience and the gravity help you. And slowly, slowly, one more breath. Bring your knees together. I'm going to put my feet on the floor. I'm just going to just slide the block out. Just bring the right knee to thread the needle, or pigeon, supine, pigeon. The leg are in figure 4. Not rushing too much here, just breathing. All right, so the last one is going to be like a hip stretch also. This is a hip stretch, so like a quad stretch. So we'll see. So you're going to bring this leg, that was my right leg, I'm going to bring it behind. So open the leg like a half a tree pose and just slide it behind the left. You can maybe move the foot away so there's room. And then with the left hand, maybe you grab the toe, so you bring it more under. And you have this left knee, left foot down, and right leg like a tree. And you can also bring the right arm up. I'm holding my toe with my left hand, or I can bring my left hand on my knee. I can also, maybe if you want you can bring your knee up. And just for another breath. Soften your face again, and just your throat. See what you're not using, you don't need it. Relax the arm and slowly just bring the foot back, step the feet, lift the left leg, and figure 4. Taking any additions here, any variations. If you want to lift your legs, that's great. If you want to stay here, that's great. If you want to sway, I'm going to stay still. Consciously breathing here. And then unhook. Place the foot down. Open the knee out. Open the leg out. Walk the foot in the space between the hip and the heel. Right? Maybe you grab it, maybe you don't. So if you don't grab it, just reach for it. That's okay if you don't reach it. And then the left arm goes up, left arm reaches. You can also maybe hug the knee in. You can also do absolutely nothing. If you can grab the toe, bring it in, so you really feel that leg open. It's a quad stretch. Breathe here. Bring the hand back, bring the foot so it's on the floor, and you're just gonna bring your feet a little closer. Just lift your hips just a tiny bit, lift them a little bit, and then just kind of place them a little to the left side, and then allow the knees to both drop to the right hand on the top of your left thigh, left arm open, up or out to the side. So this is a double leg twist here. And if this is too much, you can allow the legs to be closer. If you want more, you bring them higher. So it depends on you. You can put a block, also blanket, something under your knees. Make the twist still available. Make it so you can breathe and relax at the same time. Stretch, breathe, relax. Just another breath, and then we'll turn slowly to the other side. All right, so bring your head to neutral, use your feet, use your core, come to center. Now you end up kind of being on the corner, so bring the hips at the center, reorganize yourself, and then lift your hips just a tiny bit. So I lift them just a little bit, and I kind of place them maybe like a couple of inches to the side, and then I allow my knees to fold or to drop. And again, it can be a little less. You can be also staggered. You can have a block under or between your legs. So it can be a block, a blanket, anything that feels that you can relax in the stretch. Come back to center. Please take your time. Get yourself to be again in the center of your mat. Take a moment here, and then lengthen the legs, toes together, arms overhead. Get super long. You're just gonna do the arm and the upper body to twist a little bit to one side. So a little side bend. You can also do what we did at the beginning, which is stretching your arms, interweaving your arms, and now you're on the floor. And then center, and then shiver your shoulders to the second side. Flex your feet like you were on the floor. Feet are flexed, toes are high. Interlace and reach your arms overhead. And keep your shoulders down so you really are using the floor to be in the same line with the shoulders. If this is too much, you can relax your arms and just maybe get a little bit more. And then release the arms, and then shimmer yourself, your shoulders back to the center. Place both feet on the ground, and you're going to have your knees one more time. Roll side and roll side. Circle with your hands around your knees and massage your low back. So knees in, knees out. You can also make wide circles opening away like a book. And you can circle in and bend your arms. Feel what happens to your low back here, that little tunnel. Feel what happens, see what happens. All right, so we're gonna just do what we did at the beginning. Now you're gonna just lift the heels in line and then roll the hands. And as you straighten the legs, you straighten the arms out and roll everything and flex and point and flex and point and roll in and start also coming down and hug your knees in. So you're going to bring your nose, see if you can lift your shoulders and nose and head and hug your knees in and squeeze it and hold it and breathe and make a pucker face and shut your eyes and squeeze all the sphincters in your perineum, in your belly, in your face, in your toes, in your hands. And then you soften and you let all that tension go and you slowly unfold. And you can either go to Supta Baddha Konasana with blocks and blankets, or you can just let your arms and legs open away, taking space for your final relaxation. Before you go to your final relaxation, take a breath in and a breath out. Okay, now you're going to take 2 breaths in. Inhale, 1 more, and a breath out. Then you're going to take 3. Inhale, more to the top. Big exhale, long exhale until you take all the breath out in 1 long breath. And then you're going to breathe 4. Inhale, inhale, more. Last, big, long, emptying, exhale, exhale, and exhale. And then just normalize breath in and out. Breathe in and out. You establish a nice pace and drop it. Don't count, don't hold. Just let yourself be comfortable to enter the part of the class and the practice where we rest, replenish, recover, and reset. So the part of the practice where they say this is a little hard is because we can now see a little bit better if the mind is able to rest better than the beginning. So without judgment and without a lot of frustration, just be, no more effort, be in a quiet state of relaxation and allow yourself to be very quiet, to be still and comfortable. Relaxing all the areas, the muscles, the cells, the shoulders, the belly, the thighs, fingers, toes, throat, any other places that feel tight. Let them rest. Allow yourself the time, the respect, the permission to rest, to feel with no hurry, no worry, no where to go for a little bit, and just being with your breath at peace. Take 5, 10, 15 minutes. Take the time for you, for your body and your sane mind. Rest peacefully, and I'll see you next time, guys. Namaste.